What's up guys, Javen here with Tech Unit, and we're going to be checking out the LG V20. Alright, so now we're going to jump into some of the specs that make this phone what it is. Just like its predecessor last year, it's an outstanding phone that gets a little bit underrated and is not known by a lot of people. So first of all, I have to say the design is just as good as last year. A little bit different though. This one is all aluminum as opposed to the plastic from last year, but it just still looks fantastic. I got the variant called Titan, which is kind of a space gray color, but as you can see in the shot, this little button still makes the back removable. Even keeping it aluminum, you can still take off the back, which is a rarity with most phones. So on the back you have the fingerprint sensor, kind of like the Nexus phones, and you have your dual camera setup, which we'll get into later. The first thing that makes this phone, I would say, notable, just like the LG V10 last year, is its secondary display. So that kind of makes it stand out from the pack as different and unique. And this screen is actually pretty useful. It's got a lot of cool features that you can add, apps, the time, your name, even if you want, change the fonts. But that was one thing that really stood out to me. It's not super high res, but it gets the job done. It's a 1040 by 160, reverse that. But it's a pretty good display, and it shows anything you might possibly want to have on there. Now, as far as the main panel is concerned, that one is a 1440 by 2560 LCD panel, and it looks really good. Everything that I put on there as far as media, icons, pictures, it all looks fantastic. So for being an LCD and an OLED display, it looks really nice. And that's all running on top of the latest version of Android 7.0 Nougat, which this phone was actually the first to receive, and it's being powered by the Snapdragon 820 chip with an Adreno 530 GPU. The cool thing about this phone, besides the secondary display, is they have a few features that were not added into other phones this year, but they kept it, which is pretty awesome. So it's got the micro SD card slot that is expandable up to 256 gigabytes, which that is a lot of memory. When you think about it, you add that to the 64 it already has in there, and you got one of the biggest storage phones on the market. It's also notable to note that the touch sensor on the back is actually very, very fast. It's probably comparable to the iPhone and the Google Pixel, which both of those are fast as well. So the other thing that makes this phone, and it's probably its biggest selling point, is the camera. So this one's a dual camera setup like the iPhone, but it's got a little bit of different tricks up its sleeve. So this one has a 16 megapixel 1.8 aperture regular camera, but it's also got another wide angle 8 megapixel 2.4 aperture wide angle lens. So that gives you kind of that GoPro look. So we'll check out some sample footage. So here you see this is the regular angle, and then here's the wide angle. So you see you get a lot more in it. Same with this picture. You get the subject, but with the wide angle, you get a lot more of the background, especially if you have a lot of things like this picture. This one I thought looked pretty good at standard, but when you compare it to the wide, you get a lot more of the details, a lot more of the background, and spice it up a bit. Same with these next few. You see a lot more of the background, especially for big rooms like this one. I tried a little bit of the panorama. It gets a little bit shaky at times, but it still looks pretty good. Night shots. This one is a custom, so I can get more of the words. This one's on auto, so it gets a little fuzzy. And then here's a sample of the video. I like the 1080p at 60 FPS, so this is a sample of that. And you even got...
Do you have any special talent?
Slow motion video. That's pretty good. And then here's a test shot of the regular facing selfie camera, and here's the wide angle selfie camera. So you have Quick Charge 3.0 also for charging, which Qualcomm says will give you about 85% in 35 minutes, which that's pretty fast. And the final feature that really makes this what I call a music lover's dream is that it has a really high quality DAC in it. So you can really customize the sound profiles on this and then really listen to your music how you would like to listen to it. That combined with the fact that you can record in lossless audio as well, especially with videos, and there's actually a special concert setting for music on the built-in voice recorder app. So with all these features, it's really something that a person who really loves listening to music, going to watch music live, would really get the most use out of, which I'm a person like that, so I really enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing some concerts live, recording some video, audio, and then seeing how it comes out. So overall, the phone is a really nice, well-rounded phone, has a lot of good features. The only thing that I noticed was that it gets a little bit glitchy in performance, especially when it comes to when you exit a game or maybe a camera application. The icons take a few seconds to load up. So that is a downfall, because it does have the Snapdragon 820, which should be more than sufficient to run it, but that may be just an operating system glitch, and it could be fixed. So overall, it's a great phone, and I would definitely recommend this one. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub to the channel and smash that like button if you thought this video was cool. And you could sub to the channel right there, down below, and you could check out the unboxing right here. So until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video.